The Ministry of Civil Aviation has removed airfare caps on domestic routes starting March 23rd, marking a major policy shift for India's aviation sector. The government had imposed these caps in December after widespread disruptions caused by Indigo flight cancellations. Authorities fixed ticket ceilings based on distance, with fares capped up to 18,000 rupees. Airlines pushed back. In a letter dated March 12, the Federation of Indian Airlines, representing Indigo, Air India, and SpiceJet, warned that fare caps had become unsustainable. Carriers flagged rising fuel prices, longer flight routes due to Pakistani airspace restrictions, and operational disruptions linked to the West Asia conflict. Airlines will face severe financial losses, potentially threatening their continued viability. The industry warned it could cut routes and delay expansion if restrictions continued. The ongoing West Asia conflict has added fresh pressure. Airlines now take longer routes to avoid restricted airspace, increasing fuel burn and operational costs. Aviation turbine fuel prices have also surged, tightening margins further. India's heavy dependence on West Asia routes for travel to Europe and beyond has made the situation more critical. Ram Mohan Naidu acknowledged the challenge but assured that passenger interests remain central.
See, in terms of ATF prices are decided every first of every month. So the impact might be visible from April 1st, but we are continuously engaging with the airlines. The first and foremost is that we want to have safe operations, especially to the Middle East and all other people also. And the second thing, the kind of impact, the economic impact it might create on the airlines and its operations. We are taking feedback from the airlines and we are in discussion because it is a multi-departmental exercise. Civil aviation, external affairs, then petroleum and natural gas. So all the ministries have to combinedly sit and do it. In the interest of passengers, we will definitely try to see what best we can do to the airlines. Oh, definitely the impact is definitely going to be there. The oil prices and the ATF prices, definitely there is going to be an impact on that. But the impact should not be translating onto the operations or the passengers. So that will be the intention of the ministry and we will engage in the positive.
Not everyone supports the move. Charanveer Singh Randhawa warned that removing caps could sharply increase ticket prices, especially during peak seasons.
Removal of the capping of the fares will directly affect the passengers in the paying capacity, and once the capping is removed, then during the peak seasons, during the festival seasons, the fares increase exponentially, and that affects the common man, and it is against the policy of Aam Aadmi Udaan Bhare. So the government policy has to be in conformity with their whatever decisions they have given in the past, that Aam Aadmi should be able to afford air travel and they encourage the air travel by ordinary citizens of the country. But on the contrary, by lifting the cap, it gives an open opportunity to the airlines, and as it is known that at present there are only two airlines in the country, Air India and Indigo. So once this is lifted, they will have a field day and they will charge any fares which are they think that they are permissible. So the government should restrain from removing this capping of the fares. Secondly, I would like to say just 2 days back, they have announced that 60% of the seats will not be charged. Now, at that time, I had also said that on the contrary, the government has not given any decision on the fares. Within 2 days, they have lifted the cap. So that 60% non-payment of the seat fares is absolutely not conclusive. Like it is not understood that if one side you are reducing the fares by not taking into account the seat charges, on the other hand you give an open policy that okay, there will be no capping of the fares. So it is contradicting in a sense that after all, it is the passenger who will pay for this.
India's aviation sector stands at a crossroads. The government has chosen to ease pricing controls to support financially stressed airlines. But with limited competition and rising costs, passengers may now face higher fares. The coming weeks will test whether market forces stabilize prices or push them higher.